The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here. Just let me finish this. INDU, there it is. Okay. Just going to put this in here. Let me just check something out before we get going, because this is a very unusual session. The close yesterday was, I would say it's unusual. Meantime, back at the ranch, I'm going to do this. There we go. Okay, I'm done. So within the context of what we're looking at, you look at the SMHs, hit an all-time high of 420.50, now down 7 points from that at 413.63. The Dow had a beautiful open. It ran, even with Microsoft down huge, it ran all the way to 49,292. I drew this in. I've got this arch formation. And it's just suggesting to me that this market is really struggling, and that at 40,369 right now, 48,930, down 80, you can see the 9-period moving average hasn't crossed negative yet, but I'm anticipating that it does. So we are long all the way down from there, the 24th of November. We've added to our long positions in the Dow, but as a trade, I've suggested that we do go short here, which we've done pre-open, and we'll see what happens. Got a fairly tight stop. I think that this is a real struggle, and the MACD's weak. The retro strength is weaker than it was. Stochastic down 55%. On-balance volume still pretty darn good, but that green 9-period moving average will cross negative if the Dow starts to go to 48,000. I'd say the support today is between 48,800 and 48,600 going into Friday. We'll see what happens. But if it drops down to about a minus 200 today, then that's going to say, you know what, there's a little bit of a problem here. We haven't, this is really sideways when you're looking at the weekly chart, but this is fascinating. Look, the weekly chart high of 49,621, that's the week of the 9th. Then 49,633, slightly higher. That's an all-time high. Then a lower high last week. This week, a lower high. And it's stalling right at the Chapman Wave inside track repellent zone. I mean, I've spoken about this for some time. So all I'm saying is that there's a good chance that we're in a we've already begun the consolidation phase from the 13th of January. And monthly chart, we'll have to wait all of February to see if there's no new high above 49,633. This is still a leg A to the upside. Isn't that amazing? We should still go to a D in 2026. Let's just go quickly through this because there's a lot to discuss, and I'll get to it in a moment. So I don't know what happened. Down 54 in the S&P at 69.22. Now, this is the pattern that I was afraid of. That's why I said I'm calling this a G/B with a really good chance, because it's a leg D in the weekly chart. Remember the Chapman wave methodology, it's the waveform that never sleeps. The idea is to go from an identifiable low bar to at least being upgraded from a buy signal to a buy mode that takes you to at least 4 higher peaks. Peak A is the first, peak B is the second, peak C is the third, and peak D is the fourth. And when it happens with just 1 week of rest between each peak, usually it says at this particular point, except doesn't mean, oh, major sell. It just says be careful, because this is where you can have a consolidation of more than a week. Okay, so this is a leg D. We haven't even made a peak yet, and it's a leg B in the monthly chart. I'm looking at this and I'm saying, that was a struggle. When you think we've gone from the week of the 31st of October at 69.20 to today's high of 69.92, all that time, and yet we've only gone a little bit higher, as opposed to something like gold. This is to go from the October high at the 44.34 level, and here we are with today's high of 56.26. I am looking at this, and if you look at the GDX, I'm jumping around you because I want to give you the smorgasbord. I want to give you the whole picture. This is a G. You had an instant restart. You went to E, F, G with a chance that maybe you could pull back for a G/C and then a D. I'm looking at this, and I think that this 113.50 all-time high in the GDX. We've been talking about this. Tommy's been talking about this, saying, look, if you're not taking something off, put in a stop, do something to be able to protect those wonderful profits if you've got them. We are still long. The PH, not enough, but we're still long. This is the Sprott physical gold units, which went to leg F right here. All-time high, 42.07. We're long from 20, so we've had more than a double. Leg D in the weekly chart. Everything I'm looking at suggests that if there is a margin requirement that is increased, that's going to put paid to this rally for the moment. But other than that, you've got to be gingerly going about any short position. I think rather take something off. Now, if you're going to short, it's very easy. 1 penny above today's high, let's just say using this Sprott physical gold PHYS, the high is 42.07. That was the open and the high of the day. That's usually a tip-off to say, people were desperate from yesterday's close. Look at this. Yesterday's close was open was 40.01, and the close was, I moved the mouse. The close was 41.10. Today's open was 42.07, which was the high, and we're pulling back. We're only up 36 cents right now. I'm just saying this is the opportunity you have. And you don't have to do it, but it's just an opportunity to say, look, taking something off as a trade, if you want to put it on some kind of a short position, that's one thing. But I would make today's high 1 penny above a stop if you're the short, the GDX or whatever it is. But this is the moment that I'm looking at it and I'm saying my on-balance volume is extremely overbought. The stochastic at 88% for the GDX, that's fantastic and holding steady. So that's why I'm saying it has to be activated by some form of margin requirement, something where the speculators are kind of trapped on the long positions and they would like to do something. They even like to buy more, but they're not allowed to. So I don't know what the margin requirement is right now. I'm just saying I'm waiting to read about it. I don't want to just see it background. I want it foreground. Made a big deal. All right. So with that said, I want to go on to the QQQ. NDX 100 made an all-time high yesterday. It was a peak D. Ds where other things can happen. Remember, we spent weeks and weeks and weeks talking about these peak Ds in different positions. Now, this is going to be very important because the all-time high was 637.01. The high of yesterday, 28th, was 636.60. And just less than $1 away, but it is a peak D because of this massive move down 10 points in the QQQ at 623. I'm just saying, please protect yourself. Not only that, you've got the rectangle formation. Once the rectangle formation says you can rally to that, making higher highs and higher lows, but very often you can get to a D. In this case, it's a C, just under, right on, or just above the previous high. And then if it pulls back, so at any point, if the QQQs in the next 3 weeks take out close under 610, that's the halfway marker. That's a big problem. I'll be back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Today going through the bigger picture here, and the bigger picture says monthly charts are fantastic. Weekly charts is kind of stalling, and the daily charts are just starting to give some signals. Depends, it's a rotational market. So what we're looking at, the IWM made a high 6 sessions ago, 267.22. That's an all-time high. And the weekly chart broke right out. So this has been one of the leaders. This candle right here, I'm watching because we've got 2 days to go to wrap up the month. And that means we could get an inverted Chapman Wave green Roman candle. We haven't got it yet. You've got to be at least halfway of the full bar with a long wick. And the wick should be half to 2/3 of the candle when it closes. Day's young. We'll see what happens. And I'm a little nervous. No, I shouldn't be nervous because we've got, we've done very well on the Dow. But at the same time, anything can happen. But we have a tight stop, so I shouldn't even worry about it. Most of, what is this? Thank you. Zital said, USA is ready, EU setting up to execute regime change in Iran. Iran summons German envoy over German Chancellor Merz's comments against Iran's Revolutionary Guard. Von der Leyen says, welcome EU's Iran Revolutionary Guard terror designation. Wow. Von der Leyen says, welcome. Okay, all right. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So, then gold should be moving much higher. But instead, what we're looking at is gold has pulled back a little bit. Oh, now it's only up 14. Good grief, a little bit. It went from 56.26. So if there is anything that's talking about any kind of war, gold should be higher. But look what it is. The liquid gold, oil, has run up to leg D. 66.48 is the high today, trading at 65.29. Wow, we were talking about it the other day. A lot of people asked me about Exxon, and I said Exxon just keeps going. Over the decades and decades that I've been following Exxon, it just every year it seems to make an all-time high. So this is it. It went to an all-time high, leg C. Exxon is up 275 at 140.34. Hit 142.34. This is an alternate count. Look, there it is. Okay, do we get this? Let me just put that in here. So the high of the 26 was 136.94. Following day is 136.93. So what do we have? We have that right there. So this is brand new A. Oh, this is well, I'm working like crazy on the Chapman Wave methodology software. And this is great. I mean, here it is. There's your G/C. Invariably, a G/C goes to a D. Then you got to be careful. Well, I don't know about that because this is really holding very well. So there it is. D in the Exxon daily. F could be an alternate count, treating it as an F for now in the weekly, and leg C in the monthly. So Exxon still has higher to go. Isn't that interesting? So next question. Okay, I haven't got to the questions yet. I'm sorry about that. I will get to it. Golden Mountain, unlikely to short the market. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to the SMHs because I think that's the clue. You can't really be early here if you want to short. Well, of course you can be early, but you have to have a signal, and the only signal I've got here is the Chapman Wave instant restart at that peak D. Remember, within 3 bars, if it makes it higher high, think alternate count E/A, F, and in the back of your mind you think B, G, in the back of your mind you think C, and if it goes to a G, very quickly it should go to a D, and usually that's where the pullback starts. Well, 420.60 was the high today. It's at 411.22, not a big deal, down 5. I mean, really, it hasn't even filled in Tuesday's high, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, it hasn't even filled in the gap. So we'll see what happens. I am just saying this is where I'd be most cautious. In fact, cautious could mean that you just don't add any new positions. You're just watching. That could also be in phase right now. Okay, let's go on. XLK, I don't think I've updated it for a little while, but I had a question about it yesterday. If you haven't looked at XLK, can you look at it? So look at this. So there's your peak C around about the 6th or so of December, 10th of December. So what happens is it pulls back, and it pulls back in one move down to a trough A. I always put a plus sign when I get a turnaround, and that means you've got a peak. Look at this. A, B, C. I've seen a couple of these over the last week. It's so unusual within the rectangle formation. And not a failure, but a big pullback from a peak C. You get underneath it a peak A, a B, a C, a D, and E very quickly. Then you get after a very quick CDE, you often get a pullback. Well, you got it, and now there's another run up. Now, run up to where? That's the original D, but it's an overlapping wave because it goes to an F right now because this is the new buy signal to buy mode. It's underneath in the rectangle formation XLK. This is the XLK is the this is the S&P Select Tech Spider Fund. So look at this. You've got an A right there. You've got another little A right there. Then you got a B. And then you go to C. So it's still climbing, but within the rectangle, it's starting to stall. So I'm watching. That's why I'm saying it's the upside that I see is limited, not so much the downside just yet. Now, of course, there's little news about Iran. I don't like to trade on just rumors and stories like that. So this is so the 149.80. Well, whoops, 149.90 level that was made on the 28th. That's yesterday. Look at the sharp pullback. I'm going to be watching this closely, XLK. Now let's go to the other questions that came in. Could you go back to silver? Silver, yeah. So silver is trading off the high of the day of 121.78. It's at 112.32, down $1.20. You don't often hear down in silver, but yes, it is down. Day's young. So far, it's a little mini Chapman Wave Roman candle, red one. at an all-time high. I'll be watching this closely. All I can say is that you've got support at 103.60. That's the 9-period moving average, and then 98.43. We haven't seen a pullback like this. Even this one that went from 82.67 in 3 days to the low of the 31st of December of 69.25. That's 13. That's quite a big pullback. We haven't had anything like it since then. So we're going to be watching this very closely. All right, next thing I'm looking at is, did you see the low? Okay. SATL. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen that. SATL. Satellogic. Looks scatologic. Oh, scatologic. Look at this. Peak A, peak B. All I can say is up 18 cents at 554. Do this real quickly because when you're moving against the general market and you're positive and the market overall is weak, that's usually a very good sign. So that's ABC1. This is going to take a long time to program when I finally program the peak C1, C2s. A, B, C, D. Another D. All right. I'll be back in a moment. We're looking at a satellite. What was it? Satellogic Inc. I'll be right back. Basil Chapman, Dow's down 100.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Let me just find this right here. Okay, good. So what we're looking at is, I think this is obviously a satellite, something another called Satellogic Inc. Trading at unchanged here at 537 at a leg D, probably a peak D. This is going to be interesting because that weekly move from the 140s all the way to the high of 573 today. It was a little higher than that yesterday. Is really good action. I've got the double top in the on-balance volume. The stochastic's fabulous, flat at 88%. Everything here is positive. So let me, rather than talk about the upside, because now if you can close above, if SAT, settle, if it can close above the high of the week of the this is the month. Yeah, that's December of 2024. The high was 549. In the interim, you've been down to $1.26. So yeah, if this closes above that high, that's really important because it means now finally you can go into this ugly red candle. So here we are. I'm not telling you about the upside. Right now, everything looks very positive. Even the weekly has a stochastic at 74% after being down below 20% in the single digits. So this is very positive. What I am going to say is, this is the support, rather than look at the upside, because the upside is kind of open at this particular point, because especially if it can go above 5.90. No, I'd say 6.01. Go into the sixes by Monday or Tuesday of next week. However, I would just say 471 to all the way down to 429. That's your support. If you're seeing this next week, Wednesday or Thursday, it's just starting to fail and it's down below 430. That's a problem in time. I don't know about price because it really looks like a lot of buying pressure coming in. So I hope that helps you. And then you also asked about applied, APLD. Years ago, I looked at this applied digital and never done anything about it. And every time I look at the darn thing, what happens is that at higher highs. So this is fabulous. Applied digital core trading, right? Let me just give you this: peak C, peak D, peak E, and now I think it's taking a bit of a breather with a high yesterday. That was a leg D. Okay, this is not Technical Friday, but I have no choice. I'm going to go through this technically. Look, Chapman methodology, if you go to a peak B and then pull back, and under it you have what I call a gray A. I haven't changed the color. It should have been changed. A gray A and then a gray B. When it goes above that C, the priority is that it goes C to D. It doesn't go to a new C. That's the priority. It would have been better if that B was a C. You'd have an overlapping wave which says, almost guaranteed to go to a D. Well, it's gone to the D. It's gone to G/C. It's the same thing that I'm saying. It's not the upside that I'd be looking at. Look at this. This was just tootling around in the zeros, in the single digits for years. Look at years. And then it broke out in 2021 from nothing up to the 34 area, pulls back to single digits. And then all of a sudden, it goes ABC, pulls back, and goes D, E, F, and now it's at a G/C. So this is fantastic. These are the stocks that on any big pullback in the market over the next, say, couple of weeks going into February, when they come back, I don't see any reason why this doesn't come back very strong. Good eye. So what am I going to say? Watch 35 to 34 support. If this trades in the next week and a half, instead of going to the 43s, it actually pulls back. It's down today quite sharply, 5.5%, down 219 at 38.03. If APLD, Applied Digital Corporation, actually trades under $35, it's 3 points lower by midweek next week, that's a problem, at least shorter term. All right, Dow's down 250, S&P's down 70. Wow, that was nice looking at that, because we did go short, as I say. Okay, let's go in charge. Okay, a question came in about Ethereum. Yeah, Ethereum, I just said, look, forget, this is just not going anywhere. It's very weak. It's probably making a dreaded H pattern. It's trading right now at 26.78, down $1.69. Look, it broke that support. We spoke about it. Not very good. Waiting for the server. Got it. Okay. Underneath the 200-period moving average, look at this. The number of weeks is actually even between the number of weeks above and the number of weeks below. But this is serious because if Ethereum goes under in the next week, if it closes under 25.22 and it's at 26.71 right now, that is really negative. And look at Bitcoin. It's the same thing. Down almost $4,000 at 85,000. I've been very negative about this. There was that bounce, but I said it's just a bounce. Just be careful. In fact, I've got a feeling that we're going to be getting out of the little bit that we've got left from way down, much lower. Oh, a question about Palantir. Wow, I'm just saying, be careful of these stocks. Where's it? I bet it's down. Yeah, down 10, almost 10. 100. Whoa, dreaded H. Look at this. Yeah, be careful. I've been mentioning this for some time now. These are the ones you got to be careful. There's the dreaded H. The week is not yet closed. We've got to wait until Friday at 4, but it's under the 147.64. I spoke about this. I said, there's a rectangle formation. If it fails in the arch formation, it can come all the way back. There it is, dreaded H. Tomorrow I'll talk about these things in more detail, but there it is. Peak A failure, bam. Palantir, just be careful. We're in this phase right now. Dow's down 280, S&P's down 80. Questions came in. Okay, I said I'd do the FXI yesterday. I forgot all about it. FXI had a really nice bounce. Didn't update it, did I? So this is it. Look for identify the lowest low bar, count each successively higher peak A. Your objective is to get to a D and then reassess. D gives you a sharp pullback from the 40.80 area, and then it tumbles down to under 39, and now it's come all the way back, calling this a leg E. Weekly chart, peak A, peak gray peak A, gray peak B, because under the most recent high. Okay. So iShares China Large Cap ETF showing some strength, but today is pulling back with the general market. So I say just be real careful out there. I can't say I'm 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that the semis are just about to make some kind of a consolidation. And I said last week that I think by the end of the first week of February, the beginning of the second week of February, the chart just looks like it wants to get back to, look at that. Gold is down 113. Didn't have courage to short. I had. Anyway, we have started shorting. That's good. This is it. This is the pullback that nobody wanted to see happen. If you were in gold, you were anticipating it. This is serious. But it's a long candle. It hasn't even made a peak yet. So if tomorrow the high of 5,626.80 is not hit, that becomes a peak, and that's going to be very important. How we come out of this into Tuesday of next week, that's going to be important. I'll be back in a moment. Dow's down 258, S&P's down 80. I'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Hi folks, we're back. We're looking at the VIX index up 274 at 19.09. Remember, I said if you get into the 20s this last week, I said if it gets back into the 20s this coming week, you'll start to see triple-digit move in the Dow and a sharp move down in the S&P. But if it does it as a one-off, that's one thing. But if it keeps rallying and it holds at the high of the day, that means now you're looking at persistent selling. So look at this. The VIX index coming off all-time highs is already up in the 19s. The speed with which the climb occurs also allows you to decide whether or not this is a very short time kind of one-off thing or whether it's going to be persistent. So let's just keep this in mind. Holding in the 19s for the rest of the day and then climbing even higher. The higher it goes in this particular move right now, the greater the chances are you've got the velocity to the downside of the market is going to increase, and we might finish this all up by maybe next week because it's so severe and so quick. I like when the VIX index is just tootling along slowly to the upside, doesn't even recognize that there's a turn down, because then you've got time and price on your side in terms of looking at the downward momentum. So this is going to be important, because if by the end of the day there's a turnaround and the VIX is now only up a little bit, it's at 17.80. That's just another news thing and it's all over. If it persists and now all of a sudden by tomorrow's close you're up in the 22s or higher, that's going to be quite a powerful move that gets sustained if it can go on for 2 or 3 days. Okay, got that out the way. A question came in. Where did it go? Yes, so there are earnings coming out today, Thursday. So I wanted to see what happened to Caterpillar. Has the earnings come out yet? Caterpillar made an all-time high. It ran up to the 679.99. There are only a few round numbers that I'm looking at. I'm really kind of suspicious why there aren't many more. I'll be going to this afternoon. I'll be going through all the semiconductors to see if I've been missing some round numbers. We did get some the other day. So 644.10, 645.78. So that's an F, and then that's going to have to be a G. F. Yeah, even Caterpillar could very well have had good news, and it spiked up to 679.99. Round number, where are you? 679.99. Trading right now 648. That's 30 points, 5%. Bam, just like that. From the high. Okay, so this is going to be, I've got G's in the daily, I've got G in the weekly. Usually that should be a positive, and a leg C in the monthly. So Caterpillar, remember, it's not the upside right now I'm looking at. Where would support be? The key support, first support will be at 628.98, the low of yesterday, and then the low of Tuesday, which was at 619.26. We start trading the 615 area in the next week or so. That just is at least a short term, if not maybe intermediate term, weeks. I'm saying days of pullback, right? Maybe 2 weeks or so. Okay, down May. Okay, got questions coming in. Okay, enough of that. I really need to get. Let me just check this out. So you see, IBM came out with a very good report. What does it do? It gaps up today under the 320.90 all-time high of November. And that's a G/C in the monthly chart, peak F in the weekly chart. And look at this. It screams up because it never took out the starting point over there. This is considered now an E. I could call it E/A, E/B. I'll just put that in, leaning towards the E. And it hits 319.90. It's trading at 308.58 as we speak. I mean, 308 going down even as we speak. So this is a problem. And remember, the rectangle formation start trading below the halfway marker. That'll be at about 302. That's it. Got to be careful because it could go all the way back to the low that was in the 280s. All right, that's IBM. Another question came in. Where did it go? I had it yesterday and I wrote it down. Oh, GLW. I was the one that I say. I've missed it so many years, no, decades. And it's just every year it seems to go to all-time highs. This went to a peak D the other day. I was lamenting the fact that we weren't in from way back, but it was too late, I said, to get in. 113.99, another 99. What is this? Give me a round number. 113.99. No, 114 I wanted. 113.99. I'll have to type it in. What is famous expression. There it is, peak D. Now it's pulled back, hasn't even given a sell signal yet. Leg D in the weekly chart, leg F in the monthly chart, Corning Inc., materials, glass, ceramics, telecom. Wow, that's quite a pullback. All right, so I needed to do this. Let me see. I just wanted to see some notes here. GDX, okay, yeah, escalator up, elevator down. Well, the day's young. I mean, anything can happen. The Dow's already come back from the low. As I say, I like to go one step at a time. Now, this is going to be very important. Honeywell came out with earnings, and they're very good. So this is, oh, look at that, by a penny. If that made it by a penny, we've got another D. That's 74, 71. Unbelievable. Instant Chapman Wave, instant restart says if you're still very strong, you can go all the way back up to another A, B, C, D. Here it is. A, B, C, spikes up to 227.13. Trading right now 225.97. Honeywell, great company, a Dow company from way back. Unfortunately, it's not a Dow company anymore. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. It is a Dow company. It's going to be splitting. That's what I meant to say. It's going to be splitting into different parts. I don't know exactly what it is, but A, B, weekly chart, C. Good. I want to see some of these holding very well. Yes, Honeywell holding very well. Honeywell, International Electrical Supplies, all sorts of things in that area. Energy, yeah. So up 88.7. Good. That's a nice sign. And it did a Chapman Wave. Look at this left side, right side price time match. I never did this as a notation in the Chapman Wave. I should have, but I didn't. Okay, right there. Left side number of bars equals the right side number of bars. Look at the weekly charts, 1 week late. So the high, most recent high was 227.74 back on the week of the 11th of July. Honeywell, HON. And what is the high today? 227.13. Unbelievable. Look at this. 227.74. Today's high is 227.13. This is going to pull back with a little double top. I don't know. It's still looking very good. Honeywell. Good. Okay. Another question came in. Where was it? Could I look at... what was I looking at yesterday? CrowdStrike. CRWD. Yeah, CrowdStrike. Remember what I said? It did go out of that trend line, that instant Chapman wave right there. That was the inside track repellent zone, and now it's way down. It's down 37 to 432. Just be careful out there. I'm not saying that this is the end of the world. I'm saying this is very much the
Sharpening
end of the
your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
How about high-grade copper? High-grade copper hit an all-time high. I shouldn't say all-time high. I think it has been higher sometime. Anyway, multi-year high. Today it hit 6.5830. That's a leg G. I can change that to a different notation. Right down, I'm calling it a G. We'll deal with whatever happens. And once again, the monthly chart, got a day to go. I want to see if there's a Chapman wave inverted green Roman candle, a leg E in the weekly chart, and a leg D. Where's your G/C going to the D? 6.583 was the high. I think this is a problem. If you're looking at TGB, TGB, which is sake of mine, it's made an all-time high today of $9, trading at 8.20. I just be a little careful here. Definitely, I'll take something off if you haven't already. But so far, the technicals are still strong. But let's see if it takes out 758 in the next day or two. That's going to say, all right, done for now for a couple of weeks. SCCO, look at this amazing move. Went to a leg C in the monthly chart. The leg A, B, C, D, E, okay. Yeah, monthly chart, and made an all-time high today of 218.81. Now it's trading at 250. Be careful. That's what I'm saying. We've raised some cash. We've gone short. All I can say is that I'm going step by step by step. I don't want to get a preconception in my mind saying, oh, this is it. It's not it. It is just a move. And it's suggesting that there's a digestive phase that could go. It depends on the MACD. It depends on the VIX index. Right now, it's saying think days, but if it continues into tomorrow, we'll have to think at least a couple of weeks. That's the way I'm looking at it right now. So with that said, we're going to hand you over to Steve Rhodes. Should be a great show as always with Steve. And check out my Opening Call Daily newsletter. And, I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.